gonna like my.
It was.
All right, hello everyone.
That was shipping.
Hello, internet.
Oh,
Assuming I
hello,
set this silly thing
internet.
up right, we should be live.
It's the shipping episode 2.0.
Yeah, that was. We didn't really get any warning. There was the synopsis was like came out early and it was apparently wrong. Like no one knew this was going to be the shipping episode until like minutes before it aired. At least that's when I found it.
I knew this was going through because I remember Peter New tweeted something about it, which spoiled the whole season for me.
Spoiled the whole season.
Well, yeah, I've been trying my hardest to avoid spoilers, and he just ruined it by posting that.
Well, you were following.
It's a little
what you said,
dramatic.
what you expect.
I cannot believe this happened. Oh,
Really?
it was.
Also, the
What?
voice of Flash
All right,
Central
well-
was the voice of that.
Oh,
one,
is that who it
Justin
was?
Bieber pony. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, the voice of Flash Central
Oh yeah, it
was
was
the voice of that
Vincent Tong.
Justin.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the
checked.
voice of.
Oh,
He
boy.
was the voice of the Justin Bieber pony.
All right, but let's
You
keep.
think
Let's
it's
say we're
AKA
guys.
Mando Pony.
We should
Mando
back
Pony.
up a bit. Let's back up to the beginning. The premise of the
that's what I
episode
was
was
saying.
that Big Mac's delivering apples to our town or Sunset's town. Star.
Starlights.
They're all the same.
They're all the same character.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the premise of the episode, and of course, it turns into a shipping episode, and that's like, is there anything more to say than that? It's every single trope ever is in this episode.
It's a love
I-
episode.
Well, we haven't got the kiss.
Well, the nose boop
Yeah,
is the kiss.
Well, that's
No, it's not.
Oh, but anyway, this episode was written by Becky Wangberg. Is that someone new? Must be. I don't recognize it.
Maybe.
Well, anyone from season 1 is gone, so probably.
You don't
So-
remind us.
I think we got a few funny moments in this episode, and I'm starting off
Yeah.
trying to stay positive because I'm probably not going to give it a great rating. I'm not a big fan of this one, but
Yeah,
I had a few funny moments.
It made my fanfiction canon.
I was actually keeping a
No,
tally here of
Also, I
times
just like
character
to say-
talked out loud as if no one could hear. I think
Also,
we
I
got
like to
3 or
say
4.
that
Also,
they
the
say that this is Big Mac's first
Can
crush.
we talk about the new
what
character?
what about Marble Pie? Was that kind of a crush, maybe?
Oh, you're right. They did miss one. I thought that was
yeah,
another
they
one.
missed one.
Because, okay, so yeah, for the review's sake, they mentioned this is Big Mac's first crush and that the potion doesn't count because that was forced with Cheerly. But yeah, you're right. Was it Marble Pie or was that another pie?
Marble Pie,
It was Marble Pie.
don't think it would work. Well, or I pretty much
Well,
that's
they
just gonna be
both
no.
are
That's
the-
gonna no. Listen, that's gonna be like one of those things that's kind of forgotten because it was a possibility that they were related.
Well, I guess that wasn't the episode premise. It was kind of the thing they hid it in the background that they seemed to like each other or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of proof that this writer was looking at like the show Bible or just looking over the guidelines of like what is established canon and what isn't. They probably don't know the intricacies of character interactions like we do.
Oh, the writer for this episode is Becky Wangberg.
Yeah, and what else did she write?
I don't know.
This is her first episode, probably.
Danatron, what the heck?
Oh, what the Antron post?
Hey, calm down,
It's a
dude.
comparison.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, she made a cameo.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you want to explain that joke?
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it.
This
don't get it
episode
either.
made me hate someone who wasn't even remotely involved with that.
I just cannot
Mando
believe
Pony
this.
stole your waifu.
Actually, in the My Little Pony comic universe, he is actually canon.
So you're
Well,
telling
okay.
me he's
Comic.
officially canon in the show?
No.
he's just got highlights.
No,
now.
can we just ignore? Can we just ignore that? Can we just ignore that Justin Bieber singer and talk
Wait,
about
yeah,
the
so-
actual
all
I
right,
just
wannabe
noticed
singer?
that. Sorry,
Alright, I
to
just
interrupt,
got
I
to
just
that in
noticed
the
in this one
screenshots.
screenshot that Justin Bieber singer does not have a cutie mark.
I just got to that in the screenshots. We of course is that what we're
Yeah, he
calling
does.
him? No, we're not going to call him the Justin Bieber one, are we?
I might as well. I mean, he's got
Alright.
the backup dancers, and somehow he has 3 girls
Alright, how
following him
about-
Yeah,
everywhere.
we're gonna call him the Mando Pony. Let's call him
Also,
Mando.
is this also
Yeah.
at the end of the episode? Is it like saying that it's okay to date 3 girls at once?
Yeah, that was that was odd.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
all right.
Also, can we
It's like
point
a
out
guy
how Big Mac's song was? How was
Yeah,
Dude, that was a rap battle.
The song kind of caught me off guard. I guess it,
No,
I can
no, no,
kind
no,
of
no,
see what
no.
they're
If
trying
you-
to go with there.
If you listen closely to the song, it has subliminal messages.
Wait, what?
What?
In the song, he planned how he wanted to plant his seed and
Oh, come on,
and
no.
stuff.
No.
Oh my god. You had to bring that up.
Oh,
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That was something
So-
I was expecting Jarmusch to bring up, not Shady.
Shady, go home.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help
Wow, Shady.
but point
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
another
And
thing.
the
episode,
Another thing, that guy might have been a total troll to be there like every second of like pretty much. He's like the little bad guy. He's like, oh, I'm the hot guy. Hey, every girl's gonna love me.
I hate how they like look around like, okay, the coast is clear, go get the girl, and then he appears out of nowhere to steal the girl.
And then the gay
that, I mean, it is a cartoon, so they can. I guess they can kind of get away with that sort of thing, but it feels like lazy writing to me.
I think it would have been hilarious if the guy was just like, "Oh no, I have a boyfriend."
No, but that one part in Hard to Say Anything where Big Macintosh was trying to save Sugar Bell's like purse. I thought that was a really great idea, but that part when that Bieber pony comes by and steal, I was like, I lost it right there.
I thought it was funny. That's like he's not supposed to be a character you like. He's just supposed to be that character that's just there to like basically be the hot guy.
The Flash Sentry stealing your waifus. And he's voiced by Vincent Tong, so
yeah, he is.
Wait, hold on. Can I just like pitch in and say, do you think they casted him knowing the jokes of like fandom and Flash Sentry stealing waifus? I'm just saying.
No, he's the only guy voice actor.
What if Vincent Tong's in the studio to record for Flash Sentry, so they just threw him in there?
Probably.
What if we have
okay. Also remember that.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, we got Crackle. Crackle's Vincent Tong,
remember
right?
that Vince Tong and Peter New are like the only people to do the voice actors for the Stallions.
All of them? No, I think there was others.
Yeah, but they're mainly the ones who are the ones that are called in to do it.
Yeah. Probably because they're already in the studio for other episodes. That makes sense.
Yeah,
a lot of dialogue.
And I don't think they would want to drag the voice actor for Flim and Flam all the way back to do it.
Hey, they returned. But anyway, back to the episode. I guess I should mention that the point here was don't treat every relationship like a fairy tale, which I guess is a pretty simple lesson or whatever.
Wow, this episode gave me great dating advice.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, it's structured okay. I guess I'm trying to be positive because I did not like this episode, but at the same time, it was written all right. It opened up with her needing something and him delivering it in the end, and that's what makes her like him, instead of all that, the singing and the pop songs and all that. So, I guess all right. And there were a few funny moments, and besides that, I guess I'm ready to bash the episode now.
I give Big Mac. I give Big Mac
I'm just like
big brownie points for this. I mean, he actually traveled halfway across Equestria just to, he's been doing it multiple times. So, congrats to him.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of dialogue out of Big Mac too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get too much dialogue
sometimes?
out of Big Mac?
yeah.
Oh my god!
You're
gonna be one of those
kind
people that's just gonna be like, oh, he needs to go back to not saying anything.
Well, no, that's actually what I'm getting at. Is maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe he didn't talk that much, did he?
Nah.
I
He
think
didn't
they found
talk
a
as
good
much
balance.
as like that Sister Hoops or whatever.
Another thing, that guy might have been a huge cockblock to Big Mac, but I will admit he has a great singing voice.
Oh yeah.
I love his song. His song was probably
Vincent
better
Tong
than
the
Big
one
Mac.
that actually sing
I
that?
think
His song was awesome. I'm sorry. But if I was Sugar Bell, I would probably went with him because he's awesome.
Wait,
Well,
you're
so
talking
you
about
only go with you'd only ever go with guys that had talent and not actually.
No, did you see how much
decent
money he
personality.
Yeah, he's
Dude, he
obviously
had back-
rich.
Wow, you're
Yeah,
a
he
He has
had
to
back-
pay the backup singers, right?
He had backup singers. He had 3 girls following him constantly, which that was just odd at the end.
you are a gold digger.
I mean, in
beyond
his
all gold diggers.
defense, Big Mac did too. It's just they're a lot smaller.
A lot smaller.
Yeah, Jessica McCartney brings up a good point. Is the whole kissing a princess to wake her up from her
Oh my-
sleep sort of thing? That was really cringy because
That was really
That was
cringy. I was like, no.
What, you guys never did that to get your girlfriend?
Oh my god. I wasn't able to see that because like the stream kept
I
constantly.
never
like,
did
freezing
that with
for
my
me.
girlfriend, but
Well,
oh my
that's-
god,
You
this
have to have a
was
girlfriend
terrible.
first.
So yeah, there were a bunch of. All right,
I was
so
just kind of.
I did my best
Guys,
to
it was
praise the
supposed to
episode.
be
Now I'm gonna
cringy.
say there were a lot of really disturbing and cringy moments. I know
Yeah,
cringy
I
is an
was
overused
like,
word, but
I was like backing up in my chair, just going, no,
No.
stop.
Guys, they were supposed to be
And my
awkward.
suffering.
it's not
Guys-
just awkward. It's not something like I can feel invested. Like,
It's not
oh,
like
I want
something
this character to get what they want because what they want isn't even really right. I don't know.
The way I see it, it was really cringy, but at the same time, really written well, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, like the story is a simple one, but I like the praise I'm trying to give it is that it flowed all right. I have no real complaints about that. The only complaint I have about the dialogue is how multiple times characters would talk as if no one else could hear them, like yelling, Apple Bloom yelling in the back of the car as if Big Mac wasn't feet away, could hear them undercover. Like,
wait,
I don't know.
Someone
That's
just
a pretty
asked, does
common
any of
thing
these
in
guys
cartoons.
have a girlfriend? So is he talking about us?
No, I'll give Big
Clearly
Mac.
no.
I'll give the writer credits. Like they did decent. Like it wasn't like cringy like the Hearts of episode.
Yeah, the thing I'm criticizing is the entire premise, not
Oh
necessarily.
yeah, the premise. I was like, that's just dumb. Like out of all the guy characters they could have done, they chose Big Mac.
I ship it.
This is what we returned to our town for. Like, we could have done something much more interesting with that. I think.
I think it would have been a better episode if Shining Armor were going through problems with a kid, and then the CMC saw, and then they had to help. Like that would have been a much better episode.
Did we get that already? With Twilight? With Twilight, not the CMC.
No, I mean like Shining Armor and Cadence were like having problems with their baby, and so I think it would have been. No, but I'm just saying, while, I don't know, maybe when Twilight's helping the baby, Shining Armor and Cadence could be helping, or the Kingdom Crusaders could be helping their relationship. I'm just saying they could have went a whole better direction with this episode.
Yeah, we got that already with Twilight Sparkle. She did that.
No, I'm like talking about them actually having marital problems because they have kids.
No, the show would never address that.
Of course they wouldn't.
Remember, it's a show for kids. Remember that.
Yeah, it's a show for kids teaching like if you like someone, just go kiss them.
Really
that actually is not something you should teach children.
Okay.
It's also okay to date 3 girls at once.
Yeah.
Is this okay? I have to ask this. Does this episode, talk about? Oh my gosh, I hate saying this, but does the episode really gonna talk about relationships? Because it's not working at all.
What do you mean relationship? No, talking about relationship.
It wasn't a relationship. It was just how to deal with your crush.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a very simple crush premise. Every show has done it.
Really poorly.
One other thing I do want to point out. One other thing I do want to point out is like, if your crush doesn't like you and like you did everything to make them hate you, break into their house and do something that they like.
Well, the thing
or try to kiss them while they're sleeping.
It's evident that she likes them to begin with. I don't think that's a question because if you look at the beginning.
Then why was she always showing feelings for the Justin Bieber pony?
Because he was sweeping her off her feet, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Like, how many girls have actually had that? Like that just seems dumb. But I will admit,
feels like they're going through the cartoon episode checklist.
Still there, long story.
Oh yeah, it's like I will give them credit. It wasn't something stupid like be yourself, blah blah blah.
Yeah, Jessica's right. It is better than Twilight and Flash. But anyway, I think any last comments before we jump into individual reviews and ratings?
I hope
the song was awesome.
I hope this next episode. I hope this next episode tomorrow gets better. But this one, you are not gonna like my review.
That's okay. I don't like this episode either.
We don't.
Yeah.
This is
not an episode I would really go back and watch.
I'm kind of like about it. To be honest.
I don't care about the premise, but I like how it was handled.
Yeah,
even though it does have a few problems with dating 3 components.
I guess the only thing I liked about all of this was the shipping, I guess.
All right, Danatron, you said you had some connection problems, but did you actually see enough to give a review?
I think so. I saw most of the start. It cut out for about 3 solid minutes towards the end, and I'll admit I just got bored and started looking up pictures of sugar gliders. Highly recommend it. They're very cute.
Okay.
But this whole episode was immensely cringy. I feel incredibly sorry for Sugar. What's her face? Like
Sugar Bow?
Yeah, it's just the other two were just so predatory.
I know, right?
Like you don't like they. Do you even know each? Just no. If you're thinking of watching this episode, go and Google pictures of sugar gliders. You'll have a much better time. 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, really? Well, all right.
Yeah.
God, we really don't know how to do ratings.
All right, Drummer Shy, what'd you think?
All right, so the first half of the episode was good. I thought, it was off to a great start until that Mando Beaver came onto the scene. It was really extremely cringy. I had to mute my headphones for it because it was really cringy. I was upset. So Daniel, you really messed up big time. And this episode seemed to fall apart all the way. it just seemed really cringy until like.
That's your only complaint?
Well, I have more complaints. I wish I wish they never got into that song. It was ridiculous. So everything was wrong about this episode. So I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10. I freaking hate it.
What?
Wow.
You didn't even get.
Even
if I hated an episode,
again.
I would have. No, even if I hated the episode, I would have gave it more of a better review than that.
All right, well, Shady, what's your review and rating?
Well, on one hand, it like Dan Tron and Drummer said, it was really awkward to watch at points, and on the other hand, it just felt like it was a decent episode. Like it was kind of well written at the same time, but like I said, there's a lot of awkward moments in this episode, a lot of cringy moments, like Drummer said. Like at some points, like I said before, it had me going backwards. Like no, stop it. But like at the end of the day, I would have to say this was a pretty well written episode, so I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10 at least.
All right, still pretty low, but I can understand where you're coming from. All right, Sonic Crew.
Good. Yeah. Basically, what everybody else said about like most of it was like has those cringy moments, but I thought to the part where like after Big Mac told Nikita My Crusaders that he had a crush on Sugar Belle, I thought it was good at that point, but after they started like getting him try to win Sugar Belle, and then all of a sudden we got that musician Coney or whatever. After that, it was just,
really called him a brony.
Really bad. But I guess at the end where Big Mac built up that new stand for her, I thought that was cute. But I don't know. This is not an episode I would really go back and watch, and it just felt so boring for me. So I'm probably gonna give this 6 out of 10.
All right, 6 out of 10 from Sonic.
Good.
Very generous.
Supercat, first of all, welcome back to the stream. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. I've been kind of having a life. We'll go more into detail about that later, but my opinion, I'm very indifferent about this episode. Like, I liked it, but I didn't really like it either. Like, as everyone said, there was like lots of cringy moments that kind of would make me go, ugh! But at the same time, like, especially during the song part, while it was cringy, I always like kind of found myself like kind of like grinning in amusement because I'm just like, oh my god, this is so stupid. But I don't know, I just kind of found it like hilarious in some aspects, like everything that went on except for kissing her while she was sleeping.
Yeah.
But and then in the end, like when they are all like, oh, let's not appeal to the fantasy, let's just, do what she wants. I thought that was kind of cute. So, yeah. Like, it wasn't a bad episode, but it wasn't a good episode to me either. So, 5 out of 10.
All right, another 5.
Very average.
Tootsie, what'd you think?
Well, I thought the episode had great writing. I thought I thought it was just. Well, I will admit the premise was kind of what. It's like, really? I'll give it like a 10 out of 10 for like surprising me. No, like that was just for like that little premise. It was just like, but
for the
premise.
Wait, you liked the premise?
No, listen, I'm not saying that. I said if it was like surprising me, then it got a 10 out of 10 for that. But the premise of it, them dating and Big Mac falling in love with another pony was interesting. I was just like, okay, out of all the other guy characters we have, you had to choose this one. All right, sure. And I like how it was. Okay, first of all, this whole episode I see it as just a satire on basically falling in love with someone. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. And I like how they got the kids involved. They were actually written like kids. Like, oh, they used the book. Like, okay, that is interesting. Like, I don't care for the part where he almost kissed her. Like, even at that part, I was just like, oh, okay. And then I thought the song was just hilariously, stupidly over the top, which was perfect. As for the little new character, what was his name? Mando Bieber or whatever. I thought he's just that's supposed to be that hot generic boy guy. I thought he was like hilarious. I thought he was funny. But ending of the episode, I thought it was okay. Yeah, I was more shocked that I was really surprised that it didn't go for. Or I thought it was just going to be basically being, oh, be yourself, whatever, blah blah blah. But no, it surprised me. It was like, do what she wants. Like, oh, okay, that was cute. the premise of the episode, I give it a 1. But as for the episode in general, I give it maybe a 8 out of 10. I thought it was interesting.
That's pretty high.
Why? That's pretty high.
That should balance out our ratings.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting episode. I enjoyed it all the way through, so I have no reason to really hate it.
Good for
Maybe
you.
Tootsie likes the cringe.
What is going on?
All right,
It's
Turtle,
not really
Everybody else
cringe.
hates it.
what'd you think, Turtle?
Just going to point out that Tootsie is currently the one with the highest rating.
Get
Oh yeah, that is weird.
ready to like complain to all of you except for Tootsie.
What?
Thank you.
You're really
I
quiet.
thought
over
I told you I was indifferent.
No, yeah, so no, that's a problem. You can't be in a review thing and say that you don't have an opinion. I know I'm just messing with you, but so I like the episode. I missed a few bits because it kept cutting out for me too. But the things that I liked about it is one, because this is a kid show, I don't mind the premise being because this is what a lot of kids see as their first introduction to this trope. And yeah, it is kind of blah, but picture seeing this for the first time. Like, this is the first time you've seen the love trope be done like this. And the way they're doing it, there's a lot of continuity. They carried over, like, they're aware, hey, this is the 7th season. We've done a lot of stuff at this point. So they're calling back and going, hey, why don't we try to help fall in love? That didn't work so well last time. No, we'll do it different this time, we swear. And they go, okay. So I like that they were aware that the CMC have done this before. I liked how they found the costumes from the play at the beginning. I like how they continued to use them later. Let's see. I liked that Big Mac was going to our town, or Starlight, whatever the name of the actor. I think it's our town, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what Big Jim said on Twitter. I don't know if that's the real name or not.
So I like that they went back to her. I like they went back to see Sugar Belle. I liked the the dreamy boy, I guess I could. Does he have a name?
Featherbangs?
I guess, yeah. I liked him because he was just like an amalgamation of all like just teen magazine covers, because it's just funny to see him for me. And then at the end he said he couldn't talk to girls because he was too shy around them. That was hilarious. And so I'm gonna say I as much as I really did like this episode, there were a lot of things that were just kind of blah about it. So it's not like a 10 out of 10 for me. So don't get too worried there, Drummer Shy. Although I might do it just out of spite. I'm going to say this episode was enjoyable enough, and it was aware of what it was, I think. So I'm going to say 7 out of 10 for me.
All right, a 7 from Turtle. So I suppose I'll wrap things up now.
I have the highest rating. Yay.
Yeah. So what did you do with Tootsie? Where did you go?
I'm right here.
Who are you?
Okay.
You're not Tootsie.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyway, I thought this episode again. I thought it was well made. It had, like the pacing was decently good and fast. It didn't like drag or anything, except for maybe I thought the song went on for a bit long. But anyway, I thought it started off as a pretty typical CMC episode. They're always fun and childlike because I guess they're children. But I'm not really a fan of CMC episodes in general, just because I prefer the more exciting storylines with the main 6. Even the slice of life ones with the main 6, I think, are a little more exciting. But anyway, I mean, it's the typical Crush episode. There's really not much more to say than that. It's pushed to the extreme in some cases because it's a cartoon and cartoons do that, and that does give off the cringe factor, I guess you could call it. I know I
This
hate
was worse than Shrek.
I hate the word cringe, but so there were a lot of moments like that, especially at the kissing scene, that was really weird and out of place. But anyway,
pony lips.
Yeah, but my problem is that the awkward and cringy parts weren't necessarily just the actual things happening on screen, but more so the way it was written. I felt like the way what do we call Featherbangs, the way he would just swoop out of nowhere, felt very contrived, just out of nowhere. Like they're looking around for him, and all right, the coast is clear, make your move, Big Mac, and then all of a sudden Featherbangs pops up out of nowhere. It's just hard to get invested in a story when you know anything is possible and things can just pop up out of nowhere and ruin things. So I don't know, everything. There's not much more to say that hasn't been said. It's just kind of an awkward episode. I'm not a fan personally, and also I think objectively it's just an overused storyline. So I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Wait, I have a question. Because it's a CMC episode, does that automatically drop your rating because you don't really find them as entertaining as the main 6?
It could. Not automatically, but.
Or the fact that Derpy wasn't in the episode, does that also trump?
Oh yeah, 0 out of 10.
Would you really want Derpy in a shipping episode?
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Yes.
I guess you're right. Derpy, stay away.
It happened before. We can do it again.
Oh, what if they turned around and Featherbanks and Derpy was standing right there? Like, oh, there's a man.
No. Derpy was with one.
The question is, Little Shot, do you ship Featherbangs with Derpy?
No.
Yes.
By the way,
All right, anyway,
wait, one
we're
other-
over time. Let's jump into the average rating. Do we have a drum roll? Yes, we do.
What?
All right, the average Little live stream rating for this episode, first impressions rating, is a 5.1. So pretty low.
Great. It gets an F.
Yeah,
Get
it's
it
low,
Hey, I
but
thought wait, you guys forgot to. You
Hasbro
guys didn't
paid.
really rate the main, the new character.
new character.
I-
Oh, Featherbanks.
Screw the new character.
I said it was.
Wait, we rate characters now? When was this a thing?
No, I'm just saying, like, I thought he was an interesting, funny character.
That's what I
It was
said.
amusing.
All right, so
I
that will
kept
conclude the recorded
switching
portion of our
genres in the
review.
song.
Those of you that are live, stick around. We'll be live a little bit longer. Those of you watching the recording, thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
Good job, later.
I love sellouts.